you doing? This is a supplemental video to the Porsche GT4 video or review, which you can see in the description below if you want to see it if you haven't. Next thing to say is this is going to be some cut footage from the review of me and Scott driving the car together and just kind of talking about it. Again, this is some of the stuff that's recorded but not put in the video. In this case, it's not edited together perfectly, but you can check it out. So thanks again to Ken from Tri Industries, or Tri Industries in general, for the vehicles to do some of these cool reviews. And if you want to support them, just wait till the end of the video and there will kind of be a link to doing so if you want to donate to win the car. So enjoy. Thanks.
Nice clock. I hope you complained about that. Oh, it's a Porsche.
So Scott, you're in the GT4. How do you feel about that?
I can't wait to feel VTEC times 2.
Oh, you watched the Subaru WRX
That's
video?
all I watch. I put that shit on loop. Did you do a reaction video like he does?
No. My reaction was in the video just driving like a normal person. Spherical, bearings.
Everything is so tight.
Yeah, I mean your upper strut mounts are all spherical, so it's not gonna be quiet like a regular car. And I do notice noise from the clutch too. Like at certain temperatures, the clutch makes noise, but it's just kind of part of this car. It's not supposed to be.
You tend to, not when you drive this shit every day. You don't think about it.
Yeah, well, that's true. So you worked on, when you did your World Challenge stuff with the GT3s. Why did you like those cars so much? What did you learn from all that?
Because it was basically wipe them down and go drive them. Unlike all the other guys who are always fixing shit. That's what I like. Just get in and go.
Why do you think Porsche has kind of a history like that? Is it just because there's so many people that are in the race programs?
That and you pay for what you get. Most of it, or hopefully that's the case.
So really, what were the problems with the GT3s? Just
nothing.
Nothing? No electronics, no bullshit, no engine issues?
No.
How often did they have to do an engine swap or a rebuild?
There was so many hours, but I don't remember what the hours. I think it was, most guys would do it every season.
Okay.
World Challenge is what? I don't even know how many races that were a year, but they would do it once a year. I don't even think you had to do it once a year. But those engines were also modified.
Okay.
Man, look at this turn. I've never been down these roads.
I took these on the S2000. They're really cool.
I just see all these rocks all over in this field. Man, that's 70 miles an hour. Holy shit.
Well, what do you think? I mean, obviously you didn't get to drive it a lot, but...
Feels good. Does not feel like I said, like you would expect it to feel. Feels very luxurious.
Yeah, for something that's supposed to be kind of like a hardcore track car, it's very comfortable.
I don't know if hardcore.
Well, for a street car.
I think that's a better way to put it.
It's a track capable street car. That's more hardcore than most. I think this is more set up than like a lot of these Nerf supercars are.
And that's the thing. It's like, all right, you got 400 horsepower, whatever it is. The Vipers or whatever it was at the time, they're pushing 700 horsepower or some bullshit, and here's this thing detuned.
Yeah. So do you think driving this, obviously you haven't had it on track or either of those cars, but the GT350 and this?
I would take this over the GT350 any day.
Really, why?
It's a better car.
I agree with you.
Everything's better about it.
Everything's better about it.
This is a purpose-built, straight-up car for what it is. That's a $20,000 rental car with $50,000 of bullshit on it.
Well, I don't want to say I argue with you because I hate getting into this argument about what's faster on a track, but the GT350 would be faster on a track than this. But
this is more rewarding to drive, I would think.
Yeah, it is pretty rewarding to drive, but you gotta look at the cost too, right? This thing is, you know, if you want to buy it right now, it's in the 120s, and you can buy a GT350 that's faster than this car for 65.
But if I was spending that much money, I would buy a real race car. I mean, taking to the track and all that stuff's fun, but I don't know, it's a hell of a lot more fun when there's people around you and you can actually go into a corner with them and not get kicked out.
Yeah, competition, real racing, wheel to wheel. I understand. I love these cars. I love driving this. The GT3 RS is even better, but it's too much money for what it is. When you could probably get a purpose-built, like you're talking about, purpose-built race cars for cheaper, like your SRF. You could legitimately have a race weekend, compete wheel to wheel, and get your rocks off that way, and not just run around a track solo.
I mean, that's fun. You gotta do it. Yeah. I don't know. But look at, like, the one guy, he was saying he had a Lotus Elise. That's the new SRF with that motor in it was faster than the Elise. That's pretty good. Or maybe it was the Exige, whatever it was.
This is weird to me because, you know, I read and I watch a lot of stuff, and you see so many people talking about these things, these sports cars. People are obsessed with these types of cars. Like, people love them. And then you realize how, even the people that love them, only a small fraction of them ever even go to the track. Like, literally ever go to the track, let alone have any driving competence. So it's like, people love to talk about these things, but they don't really get it. They don't really understand what goes into it.
I agree. I think it's more show than anything.
Yeah, these become a glorified status symbol. People rub them with a diaper in their garage. They design them to be on the track, or mostly, and then people don't do anything with them. They let them sit and collect dust, and I think it's a goddamn shame. I could never own a car like this and not drive it hard.
Well, it's so hard, well, for me to drive it on the street hard. For one, I don't want to have a deer run out for. There's just too many things. I mean, you go through those turns over, there's all that freaking gravel. Oh shit, now I just slid off the road and right into a fucking telephone pole.
No, you can't go 9-10 tenths in a car like this on the street. And that's where this car's the most...
Is so high.
The limits are so high, and that's where this car's the most rewarding. Is at that 10 tenths, 9 tenths, and you have to be going flat out. You need a track for that. It's not like the Miata. You know, you can go 10 tenths on the street, and it's like nothing, you know, you don't get in any trouble.
Ooh, look, we got the same exhaust.
But the Veloster, you know the Veloster's race inspired too, right?
Yeah.
That's the out of torsion beam rear end off the Accent, which is a pure motorsports car.
I mean, right there, it's like, you wouldn't even, if you close your eyes and got in this car, you wouldn't know. Well, I mean, this right now, 60 miles an hour, 6th gear. Feels like any other car.
No, I agree.
If anything, it feels better than...
It does. And a lot of it we talk about is suspension, dampers, and design, and understanding what you need to do to make it streetable and comfortable. You don't have to have a rock-solid suspension to make it work. You know, you look at a lot of these sport compact cars and they make the suspension so stiff because people think that's what handles good. If it's really bouncy and kind of edgy and tight steering and you don't have any body roll, a lot of people associate that with being a sports car, and you get in here and it's totally opposite. Mm-hmm. It's nothing like that. It's all the body control.
It's very forgiving.
It's very forgiving. And the way that the car communicates with you, the whole body structure, it's not just suspension, it's the whole thing working together. And a lot of cars don't do that too well. That's why this thing's more special. I'm really high on it. I just don't like the price. I just think it's way too much money for what it is.
Well, this makes way more sense than the 911.
You think so?
That's so... For what?
Yeah.
I mean, I personally, if I had to pick between the two and I had the money to pick between the two, I would take the GT3 in the second. I think it looks better. It's more of a man's car.
Yeah, it's still got that stigma of being kind of like that entry-level Nerf-ish sports car, but this is not Nerf.
It's not.
This is not Nerf.
No, I don't think it's Nerf at all. I mean, never cared for the Cayman style since the day it came out. And I don't care if it's got the wing, all this fancy shit on it. It still's got, I don't
like the shape of the proportions.
lines.
You're a 911 person.
Right.
I think that's what it is. That's what you're used to. And this is not.
Don't get me wrong, it looks good, but
I never really was a 911 fan.
I wasn't either until I started doing the World Challenge stuff. I mean, those things got those bulging fenders. I mean, they're so much different.
This is a lot less than a GT3 if you bought it new.
Well, there's a reason for that, because it's a pile.
Oh, Scott.
God, don't you know these things? It's all about the price tag. That's why a Bugatti's the best car ever. With some fucking blue wheels.